Welcome to TV9 Digital and I am Shourjo. Today we would be discussing the recently concluded West Bengal Assembly Elections 2021. Why, you may ask? It was a big surprise, the result. Political analysts, commentators, journalists, they were surprised, and it sent shock waves to 6A Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg, which is the BJP headquarters. There was a campaign blitzkrieg by Home Minister, Prime Minister, and a lot of people, national leaders, but still they couldn't even cross 100. And it has changed national political configuration. Say, for example, Mamata Banerjee has gained much more national political importance. Abhishek Banerjee is right now the official number 2 of Trinamool Congress, and Shubhendu Adhikari, the turncoat who came to BJP, has proved his supremacy in his region and is now the opposition leader. And this result has given hope to opposition leaders all across India. They now see that the BJP juggernaut can be stopped. But how was the BJP juggernaut, the behemoth organization, stopped at Bengal? What didn't work for them and what worked for Trinamool Congress? So we would be analyzing that today, and it will be a 360-degree analysis with our own Data Moshai. For the first time, a micro-analysis of the election in TV9 network. Over to you, Data Moshai.
Thank you, Shourjo. So what we'll do, we will see the Assembly Election 2021 results in the map view. So I am just zooming it. So this is the 2021 results. Interestingly, if you see, we find there are several patches. If you see there is a patch, we can find there is a patch. Here, if you see there is a saffron patch, saffron patch, saffron patch. So what it indicates? It indicates that there is a community-wise voting pattern. That means certain communities, they have voted for BJP and the rest, they have voted for TMC. So what we will do, first let's look which are the communities they have voted for BJP. That is the first part we will look at. So if you see, this is the area. This is the area, it is the West Bengal upper hills. It means, what we call it, it is from Darjeeling to Coach Bihar, this is the belt. In this region, there are 27 seats. And if you find out, BJP was able to win 21 out of these 27 seats. So BJP performed really well. Now, which are the communities stay here? So the three communities that are dominant in this area, the Rajbongshi, tea tribes, like who are the people who are working in the tea gardens, because this is the tea belt of West Bengal, tea tribes. And the third was is the Gorkha. So these are the three communities. It is very clear that they have voted more towards BJP with compared to TMC.
So Bimal Gurung coming back to TMC did not matter?
No, here first time, if you see first time in the Darjeeling Hills area, where a national party or a regional party, they are able to claim their supremacy with compared to Bimal Gurung and Binoy Tamang. But also we need to understand that when Bimal Gurung came, the Binoy Tamang also, they put candidates. So there was a division of the Gorkha vote between Bimal Gurung and Binoy Tamang. And there the BJP got benefited, okay? So this is the part. If you come down this area, if you see these are all Bangladesh border area. Please remember, this is all Bangladesh border area. If you see this part, this is the South Dinajpur and the Malad, this is the area.
Okay.
So in the South Dinajpur, there are 6 seats. BJP was able to win 3. And in Malda, out of 12, BJP is able to win 4. So this is the area, there high Muslim concentration. And BJP was able to win whichever the seats you have high Hindu domination. BJP was able to win this area. So if you see, that's why you are getting this patch.
So it was a polarization, counter-polarization.
It was a polarization. If you see the rest, wherever, if you see from here to here, if you come down, you see there is green patches. So that indicates that we'll also get into much more details later on. But yes, there is a Muslim polarization happened in favor of TMC. At the same time, the non-Muslim vote, that is Hindus, they have voted for BJP in large number in those areas.
The bordering areas.
In the bordering areas. Now, Shourjo, one more thing you can find out, there is one more patch. This is the Motua patch.
Okay.
So Thakurbadi is very important in this area. And if you can remember, Prime Minister visited Bangladesh and visited Orakandi temple.
Yes.
Just to
right in the middle of the election.
Right in the middle of the election, just to influence its Motua voters. So this is the Ranaghat and Bonga belt, if you can consider. So this here you can get the patch. And if you see there is you can get a patch or strip. If you see, it comes from Purulia, Para, Raghunathpur, all this area, it comes to Ghatal, in between Purshuda, Arambagh, all these seats are there.
So from Purulia, West Midnapur and parts of Hooghly, we might say.
Yes. So this is the area where the Bagdi population, Bagdi, it is a part of SC, and Baudi, that is also part of the SC. So this is the belt, they have voted for BJP. And if you see there is a patch, this patch is due to Shubhendu Adhikari. This Nandigram is there, Kanti seats are there, Holdia seats is there, Khejuri seats are there. So this is the area BJP gained because of Shubhendu Adhikari
And
factor.
he has been able to hold on to his bastion.
Yes, it is not only Nandigram that seat that Shubhendu Adhikari is able to defeat Mamata Banerjee. If you see surrounding seats also, BJP is able to, like Kanti Uttar, Kanti Dakshin, both the seats, Holdia seats. If you look at, if you see like Khejuri, so all the seats BJP is able to win. So summarize it. If I summarize, if you see Rajbangshi, and in this part also Rajbangshi people are there. So Rajbangshi one community voted very strongly in favor of BJP. T tribes, they have voted strongly in favor of BJP. Gorkha, then Baudi, Bagdi, and Motua. So these are the 6 communities. They have voted very strongly for BJP, and as a result, BJP is able to win around 77 seats in this 2021 assembly election results.
One reason could be that Dilip Ghosh, the state president, he has always contested from this region and he has always won from here.
Yes, yes.
So his influence, can we also say that is Dilip Ghosh's influence?
Yeah, definitely. So I think before that, Sojo, what I will do, that for the viewers I am telling you, in 2019 parliament election, BJP was ahead in 121 assembly segments. Now,
Out of 294.
Out of 294. Now 292 assembly segments went for polling. There are two constituencies yet to go for poll because of the candidate death. And out of this 292, BJP is able to win 77. So from 121, there is a drop of, from 121 to 77, there is a drop. Now first, Sojo, let me explain you why there is a drop. If you see, if I compare from 2019 to 2011, if you see, you can get the same patch. The North Bengal upper hills, BJP is performed well. If you see this patch, you can get also this patch. And here 2 seats, here little bit more seats. The Motua belt, if you see, you will also get the Motua belt results. But the belt, where it has changed, if you see, this part.
This is,
Western Bardhaman.
as in Asansol, Jamuria, Raniganj,
Yes,
Babul Supriyos.
Yes, Babul Supriya's constituency, West Bardhaman. And if you see, this is the belt. If you see there, it is almost green. Here, if you see, we get saffron. So this is also one belt. So let's first get into the Babul Supriyo's area, that is your West Bardhaman. So if I look at the West Bardhaman, Paschim Bardhaman. So Paschim Bardhaman, if you see,
it has almost completely changed, one can say.
Yes. Not completely. If you see, BJP,
like
the seat tally wise, if you see, in the West Bardhaman, there are 9 seats.
Okay.
And BJP was leading all the 9 seats in 2019. And in 2021, if you see, now BJP was leading only in 3. And TMC was leading in 6. Now you may ask why it has happened.
So, what is the explanation behind that?
So, one explanation, when I discussed with the people who visited that area during the election, the journalist friend, what they told, that this is the area where the public sectors are little bit strong, like SEL. SEL has a huge presence, like the direct and indirect employment of the people is there. Coal India, if you see, the Coal India also, you have like lots of coal employees out there. So there is an amount of fear among those.
About the privatization that it might happen and all.
Yes, and they may lose job. Okay. So that was the result. And if you see the vote share wise, if I go only the West Bardhaman, the Asansol belt, West Bardhaman district, if you see, BJP polled almost 52% vote in 2019. And TMC 34.7. If you see, BJP's vote share came down to by 10%. The 10% point, that is a huge drop. Okay?
Exactly.
And if you see the TMC, on the other hand, from 34.7.
Approximately his loss is his gain, kind of a thing.
Okay, so there is swing happened. And probably what the journalist friends have narrated me, I think that can be one good reason. Just because of that, it has changed. Now, if I come to Jungle Mahal, so because this is the belt we are talking in this area. The
where they have won a lot of
reduced.
seats. Yes. They had a lot of leads last time.
Yes. So what I'll do, I'll select the Jungle Mahal part, and if you see now, what I find out, Sojo, that one interesting parameter, like if I take the Jungle Mahal ST reserve seats.
It's a tribal dominated zone anyway.
So no, Jungle Mahal, if you see the southern parts are tribal dominated. Okay.
Okay.
The topmost part, if you see there, the Baudi population is very significant. Bagdi population is very significant.
Okay.
So what I am doing, the Jungle Mahal ST, Jungle Mahal ST seats. If I look for, so there are 7 seats. Okay. And in those 7 seats, if you look at in the seat tally wise, BJP was ahead in 5 and TMC was in 2 in the 2019 Lok Sabha election. But now the scenario has changed. TMC is able to win all 7.
All 7.
And if you look at the vote share, same way, like we have done for the Asansol area or Paschim Bardhaman district, if you see, TMC in 2019, BJP was ahead in those tribal dominated seats, 44.9 and 43.3. So BJP was ahead. But in 2021, if you look at, the scenario got changed. Okay. In 2021, if you see, TMC was able to take a decisive lead of 10% vote share in this area. Now, if you ask why?
Why?
What are the reasons? So that also we discussed with the journalist friends, and you need to understand that it is Jharkhand border. The Santhal people, they are culturally and socially, they are connected with the Jharkhand Santhals. So,
Okay.
And you need to understand 2019, when Lok Sabha election happened, BJP did very well even in the tribal area of Jharkhand. Shibu Soren, he lost the election. The Guruji first of the Santhal people, he also lost the election in that Modi wave. Out of 14 seats, BJP was able to win 12 seats in 2019 parliament election. But the equation got changed when the assembly election happened. In the assembly election, Mr. Hemant Soren, he became the CM, defeated the BJP CM of the Jharkhand. So it has changed. And in this election, the Santhal people, the tribal people, they have voted very strongly in favor of JMM. So between 2019 parliament election and 2019 assembly election in Jharkhand, the political equation got changed. So tribal people, they changed their voting pattern between the parliament to assembly election in Jharkhand, and the same thing we are observing here. So it played a very major role.
Exactly.
And you also asked that, because Dilip Ghosh also is from Jungle Mahal area.
Yes.
Okay. So
and he has never lost an election. It's a good, strong organization, leader. So what happened there?
Yes. So you need to, for Dilip Ghosh, I need to draw the attention of the viewer that Dilip Ghosh is from Jhargram. The voter list. Dilip Ghosh is from the Jhargram district. So if I select the Jhargram area, Jhargram. So if you see the Jhargram area, there are 4 assembly constituencies. TMC clean sweep in 2021.
So
Okay.
what happened?
And here in 2019, if you see, BJP was leading in 3, and TMC is only 1. And Dilip Ghosh is presently MP from Midnapur state. So it comes under, if I select any district, so it will come from Paschim Midnapur. So if you see Paschim Midnapur area, if you see there, Paschim Midnapur plus Jhargram, this is the area considered for Mr. Dilip Ghosh, who is the state president.
Here also it's like all over green.
Yes, so there are 19 seats.
Only probably Kharagpur is one other
Yes.
state.
So seat tally, if you look.
So it's like not even a match.
So if you see in 2019, BJP was ahead in 10 seats in these 2 districts, Paschim Midnapur and Jhargram. And TMC is 9. Now this time it is a clean sweep for TMC, 17-2. Same vote share I am just looking at. If you see
almost 50%.
So TMC also 50% and 41.6.
So even in 2019 also they had higher vote share than the BJP.
Yes, because TMC was leading in 9 and BJP was 10. So it was a very close fight. Okay. Now the gap, if you see, the gap is almost your 8% vote share. The vote share difference is 8%. So in this area, Dilip Ghosh, actually Mr. Dilip Ghosh is unable to deliver for the BJP. And that, so main reason is that it is a little bit tribal dominated area.
And I think in Jharkhand, I mean, the BJP government, they had started this Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act. And because of that, I mean, there was a fear that tribal land would be lost to, corporate interests and all. I think that also works in some part out here also.
Yes. And one more point I want to bring a notice that the candidate selection of TMC was very, very smart. Okay. Just example I am telling you, the Jhargram assembly seats, it is a general seat. TMC put Birbaha Hasda. So you know who is Birbaha Hasda. Birbaha Hasda is the daughter of Noren Hasda and Chuniwala Hasda, who are very strong tribal leader. Probably
Jharkhand Party Noren.
Jharkhand Party Noren. Okay, they are very strong, and they are the main constituency was Binpur, not Jhargram. So what happened?
Okay.
What happened? So TMC is putting one tribal candidate
In a general seat.
in a general seat.
That's interesting.
Okay, and not giving the traditional seat. Probably any other, probably the normal common sense was, if normal the political whatever the strategy would have been there, that they will
A
put
general candidate in the general seat.
general seat, and probably when you have a traditional seat, Binpur ST, it is a ST reserve seat. So generally what you will do, you will put her from the Binpur, but no. So what happened? TMC, by putting her in the Jhargram seat, in that belt, so the Jharkhand factor, what you have discussed, already played a role. Plus this candidate selection,
And candidate selection
of the Birwa
in
Hasda.
and other areas also.
And if you see the Birwa Hasda become the first time MLA, and now she is a minister also. Okay.
Right.
So these are the, so that means they also have
This is like further messaging to
further messaging
to
for the tribals. So
tribal people in
and probably,
Jungle
and
Belt
they
area.
are expecting that in the Purulia Jhargram belt, TMC has not done well in the 2019 parliament election.
So they want to improve.
They want to improve
Further improve, huh?
further. So this is the story for BJP in a nutshell.